Hi, thanks for joining me again. I have another book to read. This time we're going to read Little Tree and His Wish. Many, many years ago, in a forest across the sea, there stood a very sad little tree. He was a sad little tree, but he was not a lonely tree. The animals of the forest loved him and came to rest and play in his branches. "Why are you sad, little friend?" asked the squirrels. The little tree stood with drooping branches and answered, "Nobody wants me. I'm scrawny and little, and my wood is not very good." The sparrows twittering in the branches heard this and scolded Little Tree. "Why, we don't think you are scrawny. We like to build nests in your branches. Please don't be sad, Little Tree." "Thank you, my dear friends," answered Little Tree. "I would be, indeed, a lonely tree without you to keep me company." Just then, they heard footsteps in the forest floor. "Shh, shh," said Little Tree. "Here they come again." A hushed stillness came over him. The animals watched Little Tree, trying to raise his drooping branches. "Why," whispered a chipmunk, "is Little Tree trying to stand so straight and tall?" The voices came closer. Then they could see the woodsmen with their shiny axes. The men stopped at a nearby tree. "Here's a splendid tree," said a man. "His wood will make a sturdy wall." Little Tree and his friends watched the men while they chopped down the tree. Finally, the men went away. Little Tree's branches started slowly to droop again. "We like your branches better this way," chirped the birds. "I wish I were a strong tree too," cried Little Tree. "I wish someone would say that I'd make a sturdy wall." The squirrels chattered amongst themselves. "Little Tree is strong. We like to hop and climb on him." Then they said to Little Tree, "Please don't wish to go away, little friend." "I just can't help it," sighed Little Tree. "Just think of all the wonderful things these big, strong trees can be. They can be houses, or tables, or boats, or palaces." "Imagine," said Little Tree dreamily, "the very best tree could even be the throne for a king." As the days went by, Little Tree forgot the woodsman and began to be cheerful again. The animals scampered and scurried back and forth through him. One hot afternoon, he gave shade to some tired, laughing children. But then, the sound of the axe was heard again in the forest. The animals hoped Little Tree wouldn't be sad again. Soon his branches were drooping more than usual. The news went whispering through the forest. "They are cutting the great-grandfather tree." "The great-grandfather tree?" "The great-grandfather tree." "He will be a large house for many people," said the squirrels. "Men will build him into a ship to sail far away," said the birds. "Oh," sobbed Little Tree, "I wish someone wanted me." Then one day a little old man came into the forest. He looked at the trees, the tall trees, the short trees, the old trees, the young trees. He stopped and he looked at Little Tree. The animals held their breath. Little Tree looked as proud as he could. "Yes, yes," the little old man said. "This is the tree I want. This wood will be all right." Little Tree cried to his friends, "Did you hear that? He wants me! He wants me!" The axe hit its first blow. The animals said goodbye to the tree and flitted away. Little Tree was so happy that he hardly noticed the blows. "I wonder what I will be. A table? A chair? A treasure chest?" wondered Little Tree. Little Tree was excited and happy. He kept guessing what he would be all the way to the little old man's house. When the little old man came to his house, he took Little Tree out to the stable. He dropped Little Tree in the corner. Little Tree fell in the dark corner and stayed there for a long, long time. At first, Little Tree was sad and lonely. He was worried. "What will happen to me?" he asked. "Did he forget me?" He missed his friends in the forest. "I wonder how they are," he thought. But then he started to watch the cows and the sheep. The barn is a nice, cozy place, he said to himself. He soon found new friends and all the animals in the barn. One day, the little old man came right to the dark corner. I knew you'd come in handy sometime, said the little old man as he picked up the little tree. Then the little old man began to use his tools. Little Tree was excited. What will I be? What will I be? He said over and over to himself. Yes, sir, the little old man said. You were mighty scrawny, but your wood will be all right for a manger. We need a sturdy manger to hold the hay for the cows. Little Tree decided, I'd rather be a manger than a little old wood in the corner. But I really dreamed of palaces and kings. Now, for many years, Little Tree held the sweet, moist hay for the cattle. He liked the low moo of the cows and the swish, swish of their tails. One night, as the little old man came to the door of the stable, a man and a woman came with him. They looked tired. Their clothes and their feet were dusty, as if they had come a long way. Good evening, sir, they explained. We are strangers here, explained the man. No one seems to have any room for us, and we are waiting for our baby to arrive soon. My name is Joseph, and that is my wife, Mary. Could we perhaps stay in the stable for the night? Oh, I'll be glad to help you out, said the little old man. There's plenty of hay to keep you warm and cozy. And the little old man let them in. Little Tree was all excited by the visit. He thought, and we'll soon have a baby here too. Joseph made a bed of hay for Mary and himself in the corner, and they lay down to rest. After a while, Joseph got up, looked around, and took the manger to Mary's side. They put fresh, clean hay into the manger. It was then that Mary laid a beautiful baby boy into the manger. Little Tree's heart skipped a beat. He'd never dreamed he'd cradle a sweet child. Little Tree was so happy. I like being a bed for a baby. The child is so warm and soft laying in the hay. Then Little Tree heard many soft footsteps coming. He looked and he saw shepherds in the stable. The shepherds told Mary and Joseph, an angel told us the baby was born. They said, the whole sky was filled with angels singing praises to God. The shepherds came closer to the manger. They looked at the baby. Little Tree could see how happy they were. Quietly, the shepherds kneeled. Little Tree heard the shepherds praying. Thank you, dear Lord, for sending us your son. Why, said Little Tree, this child isn't just a sweet baby. This is a very special baby. This baby is God's son. This baby is a king. And Little Tree thanked God that he could be a throne for such a very sweet, great king. Thank you, dear God, for making me a scrawny little tree, he said. Why, had I been a big and beautiful tree, I would never be a manger now. The end. Well, I hope you enjoyed Little Tree and his wish. We'll see you next time. Thanks.